wakati wa Kenya wanalia wakilipa nauri ya juu, inflation I'm sure itaenda juu mwezi wa Mei. Wakenya wakilia ati viongozi wetu wanasherekea faida. What kind of greed is that? Ya kwamba viongozi wamechaguliwa waongoze Kenya, ndio wenyewe wanaleta mafuta ya G2G hapa Kenya, na hiyo shilingi 6 ya margin ya importer inaenda kwa viongozi wetu wa hapa nchini Kenya. They must be very ashamed of themselves that you are elected to lead, but on the contrary wanaona ni vizuri wafanye biashara na mafuta. Walifaidika wakati mafuta ilikuwa bei ya chini, na sasa pia wanataka waendelee kufaidika Wakenya wakati wa Kenya wanalia wakinunua mafuta. Let us put our greed down, dear leaders. Kama lazima utengeneze pesa, tafadhali tuondoe hii ulafi katika hii mambo ya mafuta. The drastic fuel increment in terms of prices will hurt the economy of Kenya to tunes of hundreds of billions. But the amount we need to bring down the fuel prices is not even a fraction of that. It is too minute. And therefore, I believe that we should be looking at seeing how we can reduce the fuel prices now, so that we arrest many other issues, including inflationary pressures that will be inevitable. And this is the proposal that I have, and which is easy. One, the amount Kenyans pay at the pump for distribution and margins of importers of fuel and retailers and wholesalers is around 22 shillings. I'm proposing that we reduce by 4 shillings. Wakipata shilingi 18 hawatafuga biashara. Kila mtu sasa lazima akaze mshipi. The second thing is that we must reduce our VAT further from the current 8% to 0. In the short term, we must exempt fuel products from VAT. And the third one is that we must do away with the road maintenance levy fund, Kenya shilling 7, that was added in the year 2024 by this government. I have gone further and tabulated the amount of money that Kenyans are going to save. And if we do those measures immediately, the fuel prices in terms of pump prices in Kenya will climb down to both of them below 190 shillings. That is diesel and petrol. Around 186 shillings for super petrol and 189 shillings for diesel. I also want to request our leaders. This is not the time to make money out of the misery of Kenyans. I have been stating this and I want to repeat again. The G2G arrangement, Kenyans can now clearly see that it is a scam at best. And I want to state here again, the G2G arrangement is a kiosk for senior government officials. The same people you see claiming to reduce this or that are the same people who are the owners of G2G. In fact, 75% of the imports of fuel benefit our leaders directly. I'm requesting our leaders, now it is time to tame your greed. Kenyans cannot accommodate global supply shocks and also accommodate your greed at the same time. One has to give way for the other, and you must give way. The greed of the G2G cabal must come to an end now, because Kenyans can now see that fuel in terms of global prices was lower in 2022, yet Kenyans were paying cheaper at the pump. And there was no G2G then. Now when there is G2G, which supposedly we are lied to that it has any benefit to Kenyans. When we have G2G, when we have cheaper global oil prices than 2022, prices in Kenya are unprecedented. Finally, I want to request my brothers and sisters from the media. do your analysis on the regional oil prices, and you realize that among our regional economies, Kenya is the highest in terms of fuel prices. Uganda, that uses our port, is selling both super petrol and diesel cheaper than Kenya now. Tanzania, they are selling cheaper. Ethiopia, super petrol and diesel is actually below 150 shillings for both. In Ethiopia, Rwanda is also cheaper than us. That landlord countries are now selling fuel products cheaper than us. And then, as usual, we come to face the people of Kenya and blame our road network. Who should actually be charging higher? The economy with a more vast road network, or the ones that need to catch up? I think it is the ones that need to catch up. So these reasons we keep giving to Kenyans every time we evolve a lie to a bigger lie. Unfortunately, figures are not on the side of lies this time round. Kenyans are demanding that the government must do something about fuel prices. To my colleagues, the members of parliament, Kenyans will be watching who is on the side of Kenyans and who is against Kenyans. I'll actually initiate a process where members of parliament will sign either they support or they don't, so that Kenyans can clearly see who starts with them at this moment of crisis.